Orson on deck.
Well, at the end of Ekon's turn, Ekon, I've got a 20 to hit you.
Yeah.
You are grabbed by the creature. It lashes out with two of its arms, grabs hold of you around the torso. Evie, fix it.
I'm gonna stab him with my new dagger.
Your brand new stone dagger.
Yeah.
You guys worked really hard for that dagger. I admire you.
How is 28 to hit?
That'll hit.
This is I think the lowest I've ever rolled on a sneak attack. That's a 13 magical piercing damage.
Okay. And the thing is bloodied.
I think that's a Yahtzee.
It's all twos.
Evie, moving or staying put?
Bonus action, disengage. Can I move here? Is this a space I can stand on?
Yeah, as long as there's some ground there.
Yeah, we generally play with partially.
Okay.
Obstructed
I'm just
squares
hoping that
of
if it attacks me, it's going to have to leave something's range.
All right. After Evie's turn, this is my favorite legendary action. This thing can.
Oh wait, it entered Orson's range, and Orson didn't do his reaction.
No. If it's not too late, I guess.
No, it's too late now. We've done like 3 turns since then.
I guess Orson, but this creature might be going some time outside of its turn, so.
Ekon.
Yeah.
The thing flings you 40 feet behind it.
Oh,
Reaction. Last level 1 spell slot. Featherfall.
So Victor, and Evie, as you're retreating around this thing, and Victor, you watch as this thing lashes out with its other 2 arms, grabbing Ekon up by the ankles like he's a pillow, and flings him backwards towards his cave. Ekon, you go flying back through the air, and Genie uses a reaction to intercept you with Featherfall. So you come
Thanks, Genie!
You come to a stop here on the ground.
I like how he's turned a Mario 64 monster into something horrible and terrifying.
That was a legendary action, so...
We've got Orson's turn with Edmont on deck.
Orson does not like that.
No?
Orson is going to do what Orson do. First attack is a 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
Heck yeah, it'll hit. That is 9 points of piercing damage. Second attack is 13 to hit. And the butt is 28 to hit for 8 points of magical bludgeoning damage.
Okay. You're tickling him down. Orson, moving or staying put?
Orson moves right here.
Got Edmont with Genie on deck.
Well, before anybody else can act... I have a 27 to hit Orson.
God, I don't think these are real numbers you're doing. I think you're making this
Brickard,
up.
I think you're cheating, Brickard.
You're cheating. You're cheating. You have to be.
All right,
But yeah, that
let's
hits.
assume I'm cheating. What the hell are you going to do about it?
Nothing. We're gonna bitch and moan.
You're going to
But
go
you
on
have to listen.
D&D horror stories after this.
DM hit me with a 37 to hit.
No, a 27.
No,
No,
you
you
said
said
No, it was
37.
a 37.
You can't
Numbers
get
apparently
you
go
can't
that
get a
high.
37 to hit. It only goes to 30. This was a 27.
Yeah, no.
So Orson is grappled by 2 of
Yeah,
the thing's powerful arms.
right.
So we're on Edmont's turn now?
So can I bonus action if assuming I'm in dim light, can I bonus action to get from the lower level to the upper level?
Are you in dim light? Because you're standing right next to Genie.
Assuming that I am.
I'm going to say no because you can't actually see any of the spaces high above you up here.
Okay.
You don't have the...
Then
you're looking at the wrong angle.
Then the best that I can really do is key point to Step of the Wind and Sanic my way around the hill then. in order to be relevant to this again.
You can't climb up the hill?
Like, let's see, 40, 80, 120.
If you've
Yeah,
got
that'll get you
120
there.
feet of movement, that'll get you on any, I'll say, any of these squares at the top of the hill here. Because the hill's about 60 feet, and you can climb super fast.
Because, so 40 feet of movement, dash for 80, and then key point to Step of the Wind for that. And that's my entire turn.
So it takes 120 feet of movement to get up this 60-foot wall. So
Yeah.
Edmont just jumps at the wall and hand over fist, just climbing, just instinctively knows where to grab the handholds, hoists himself up. The thing doesn't have any more legendary actions.
Till its next turn.
Is that it for Edmont?
That's it for me. That literally took out all of my action economy just to get up there.
Got Genie with Victor on deck.
Genie turns around. Edmont, wait, what the hell?
Wave.
And she looks up, fine, whatever. And she, I need an intelligence saving throw from the monster.
Ooh, it's probably bad at these.
Your DC is 17.
15.
Okay, he is going to take some psychic damage.
Mm. Are you using your new
That's
mind
new.
sliver?
Yes, I am.
Basically, Tasha's codified as 5e spells all of like the psychic attack and defense modes from 2nd edition.
Yeah.
That's only 4 points of psychic damage. I rolled very poorly.
Well, you know, it's a cantrip. It's still new. You're still getting used to it.
Yeah, it's like I'm not used to shooting things with my mind. No, it's coming out of my gun.
Now, with how many actions this thing could take, every point of damage matters a lot.
And trying to think if there's anything
The moving or staying put?
else. No, I'm gonna stay put.
All right.
I don't have
right.
anything else I can do currently because I don't have a turret out.
Gotcha.
Got Victor with Creature on deck.
Victor, the creature has Orson grappled.
Yeah, I saw her do when it had Ekon grapple too.
Oh, I should have summoned a turret. That's what I should have done.
So if I wanted to safely get down the mountain, how many feet of movement would that require?
So it's 60 feet down. You climb at half speed. So you've got 30 feet of movement normally, which means you can climb 15 feet per round. If you don't end your round at the top or bottom, I'm going to make you roll a strength check like I did with Evie. She made a strength check at about halfway
Yeah.
up, or you'll fall. The good news is,
Okay.
if Evie fell, she would have been back where she started. If you fall, you'll be where you were trying to get to.
So with the 30 feet of movement I have with dashing, that gets me to the edge of the rope, which would give me advantage on the saving throw.
Yes, I'll give you advantage on the... It's not a saving throw, it's a check. But yeah, I'll give you advantage on
Yeah.
the skill check because you have a rope to hold on to.
Okay, so we are going to start by attacking this thing.
I like to think Genie's down there putting on like a big catcher's mitt.
That's essentially why. That's essentially what I'm doing. Yes, I got two more. I got two more brick, two more, and then people start to go splat.
Fuck me, that's only a 14. So we use another charge of the sniper eye.
So you're attacking it first? Yeah, 14 does not hit.
So sniper eye to make it an 18.
18 will hit.
I was hoping for a crit. So it's going to take 26 points of fire damage.
Okay. Good thing I've got calc.exe open.
I've done like a grand total of 4 damage to this thing.
Oh, you've taken big bites out of it. It's beyond bloodied now.
No, I mean I have.
Oh. Well, yeah, but you took that 4 damage out of its brain, so.
Right.
Victor, moving or staying put?
Okay, so in order to get down to the bottom of the rope, do I need to go close enough to this creature to leave its threat range?
You would be leaving its threat range, yes. Because the
So
rope
you'll
is,
just have a 10-foot threat range? Oh, the rope's next to it.
yeah, the
Yep.
rope is
Yeah.
attached here.
Okay.
Do you have another charge of Featherfall?
got 2, but there's 3 of you, and I like you the least in the party.
Oh no.
So if I jump down, I'm gonna faceplant. Is what you're saying?
You're saying you'll use Featherfall for the NPC helper buddy before Victor.
Well, I mean, in character, it's her little brother.
That's true.
You'll use
Also in character-
Featherfall for the monk who doesn't take falling damage anyway.
I didn't use Featherfall on you.
You know what I just
Yeah,
realized?
no, I
Double?
mean,
Orson
I'm
and
sorry?
Gory have something in common.
Does Orson have 6 kids?
Victor, removing staying put.
It depends if Genie's gonna use Featherfall on
You
me.
have no way of knowing. You have to make the decision without knowing what Genie's going to do.
I wish I could bonus action dodge.
Nope.
That would be really
So,
good.
it's
all right.
a really nice feature. Just saying.
You're playing the wrong class.
Yeah, I guess.
So what are?
I guess we're gonna use a bonus action to attack and see what happens with Orson.
So offhand attack.
Yeah,
We got to be standing next. Oh no, you don't. You have your throwing knives. You're fine.
yeah.
Genie and
That's a
Victor are
16.
our
16
sitcom
does not
arch
hit.
nemesis. He's like Jerry Seinfeld, and I'm Newman.
Is that it for Victor?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, we've got red token with Ekon on deck.
First, something obvious thing.
Yeah, he'll thank Orson for being a human shield.
Orson is flung 60 feet.
Is he gonna land in the hole?
No, but he's going to crash against this back wall.
All right, no, I can't let that happen. Evie would never let me live it down.
You can stop the falling damage he's about to take, but you can't stop the crash.
Are you sure? Because it. Well, I don't know.
'Cause that's lateral velocity. Featherfall is for falling.
Okay. Well, I'll let him hit the wall and then cast Featherfall.
Did he get a save or anything to grab onto the wall to keep from falling?
I think I would let him in this state use his reaction, but Genie's going to save him anyway. So
Yeah, but if he succeeds,
20 points of bludgeoning damage to Orson as he crashes against the far wall.
Alright.
Genie, do you save him from falling?
I mean, if he doesn't, I save him from falling. If he actually falls, if he Spider-Man's on the wall, then
He's
why
not
would
going
I
to
need?
Spider-Man on the wall. At best, he'll be able to grab the wall
Yeah,
where he impacted.
I'll use a level 2 spell slot for that.
All right, so he's going to end up down there. And because you use Featherfall, he's not lying prone. All right, that was the thing's first attack. Now it's going to try to get Victor.
Huh?
Victor.
No, 27 misses.
It's actually a 31.
Miss.
Didn't you just say it only goes up to 30?
It does, so it's a 30. I rolled a nat 20 on attack that doesn't do damage. And Victor, you go flying 80 feet back.
Oh, Lord. So that means he doesn't take any falling damage.
I don't have a reaction this time, Victor. They took
Hold
the
on, I need to
GT.
measure this properly.
He took the. Like, I don't have a reaction to save you. I would actually save you. I want that to be clear. That was a joke before. I do not currently have a reaction to prevent this from happening.
I mean, this was not the thing's intent, but what's one square? It's one.
It's an inch. Yeah.
So 20.
So I'm
80
looking
feet?
for 20. Because 10 feet, yeah, 10 feet would be 2.
It was nice knowing you guys.
Throw him over on the other ledge.
Yeah, that's where he's going to end up landing. Because he's trying to throw him towards the cave, but the man doesn't know his own strength. So yeah, Victor, you're going to end up over here. That's a little lower than where you started, but not enough to really incur falling damage. You will take
So yeah, I can use.
crashing into the wall damage.
Can I use evasion or anything? Uncanny dodge.
What is evasion?
It's if it's a dex save.
It's not any
I can-
save. This just happens.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay, uncanny dodge. I can see it coming, so I can take half damage.
You can't uncanny dodge the ground. We've been over. We've
Yeah,
tried
you're
this
attacking the
before.
ground. The ground isn't attacking you.
Uncanny dodge has to be used against an attack.
Yeah.
Or a source of damage.
The ground
Source
is
of
a source
damage, as you can see, is what it says. I think. But we like.
I think it's an attack you can see. It's been a while since I played it.
In any event, I don't know that I could justify allowing you to dodge the ground.
That was the previous.
Yeah, you don't want to miss the ground. Believe me.
It's 22 points of bludgeoning damage, Victor.
God damn it, Eugenia, why are there no temp HP?
What kind of light source are you looking at over here? Anything? Or do you still have dark vision?
He has
Dark vision and whatever light cantrip was
Yeah.
cast.
When an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack.
Yeah, this
Okay.
wasn't an attack. It's just, well,
The ground is the aggressor.
it's not an attack roll. I'm going to choose to interpret that as an attack roll, I think, for now. But yeah, the ground is... Evie, I've got good news.
Yes.
The thing has no more attacks, but it can move up to you.
Uh-huh.
All right, who's next?
Ekon. So, bonus action. Hammer of Air comes along for the ride.
Sure.
It's an armor class of 27,
That'll hit.
dealing 16 force damage.
Ooh.
Can I see the thing from where I am?
I'll say yeah, because it's moving forward. It's like 7 feet tall with its big hairy limbs. You probably can't see it very well, but yeah, you can see it up there.
So Ekon levels his hand at the thing, speaks an invocation of air, and 3 fiery rays leap from his hand. Those are going to hit a
Well, hold on.
21.
How much
Okay.
damage did the hammer do? I'm sorry.
Oh, hammer did 16 force.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Scorching Ray, first ray hits a 21, second ray hits a 22, third ray hits an 18.
The first 2 hit. I'm going to give it partial cover because of the weird angle you're firing
Yep.
at.
That's fine.
So you hit with 2 of those.
Go ahead and take another 13 fire damage.
Okay. Evie, this thing's looking severely injured by this point.
Okay.
Edmont,
Sure,
or Ekon,
something
moving or
here.
staying put?
Give me 1 second. My hawk will leave Victor's crumpled body.
Oh,
Got a
Victor,
fly
you're
speed
laying
of
prone in that
60.
square. Because you did not have Featherfall to avail you.
I didn't have a reaction. I'm sorry.
So it can dash to here to here. It can't like give someone advantage, but it can at least make sure that there's
There's an
someone there
ally
with Evie.
within 5 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Ekon's going to move in a little closer. That's the end of his turn. Got top of the round with Evie.
It doesn't interrupt me with any of its legendaries.
It is. The thing does have a legendary action. Evie, I have a 16 to hit,
That hits.
and you are grappled by the thing.
It was
Okay.
the lowest roll it has made.
Literally, yes.
Okay, so grapple doesn't mean I have disadvantage on my attacks or
No,
anything?
you're grappled. You're not restrained. You can't move unless you break the grapple.
All right.
Stab in the mouth.
The thing is mostly mouth.
Okay. My familiar moves right here and gives me advantage on this attack. I don't think either one of those is going to hit. Okay, that's a,
Okay, Evie, it's your life's work to get grappled and eaten.
no, that was a 14. But I can try one more time with my offhand.
Yep.
And that's a 20.
20 will hit.
All right. Pray that I roll really well on this, you guys.
Make numbers pop out of this thing.
I'm just gonna make it rain 9s.
Please do.
Okay, so that's 18 points of magical piercing damage.
Okay. And that's it for Evie?
I can't do anything else. I can't move.
Okay. Now I get to roll the big dice. Ooh, those are big dice. Evie.
Uh-huh.
How many hit points do you have?
I have 52.
Okay.
Am I dead?
I guess we'll see.
Did you roll 20?
I'm rolling lots of dice.
Roll a 16 to hit, but yeah.
Evie.
Uh-huh.
36 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm going... He's not... Is he throwing me or is he doing something else?
Oh, he's eating you.
Oh, then I'm... Can I use my reaction to uncanny dodge? I can see this attack coming. It was an attack roll. We just went over this.
Squirming as well.
This actually wasn't an attack roll. This is just something he can do when you're grappled.
Well,
I'll say you could uncanny dodge this. Why not? You can dodge the worst of the teeth as it swallows you.
Okay, so I take half of 32.
So it's going to be 36 bludgeoning plus 7 acid. And then you cut that number in half.
Okay, so that's... I take... Okay.
So... Oh,
Am
Edmont,
I
you
in
made it
this
to the
creature?
top.
yeah, I'm back up there.
So, Edmont, I'm going to make you have make a horror check.
Again?
Yes.
You'd think you'd be making me make it.
Yeah. Well, this ain't nothing. I got time to panic about this later.
Yeah, you know what, Evie? I'm going to have you make a horror check, too.
Why'd you open your mouth?
It might not matter for Evie because she's now eaten.
Yeah, it might not matter anymore. I got an 11.
Okay. Edmont, here's what you see. The thing, just like with Orson, reaches down with its other 2 hands, grabs Evie by the leg, upends her into its mouth, and just swallows her whole. The slavering noises and the smacking of lips, and you see her limbs flailing and then disappear entirely into the creature.
Fucked up.
Then, here's the problem, is like, what does it do now?
It tightrope walks.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
Brick Road, you
have
caught
to.
you caught the car. What are you gonna do now that you caught the car, Brick Road?
It still has 2 attacks left.
To be clear, am I still alive but in the thing's
You're
stomach
still
now?
alive, but in the thing's stomach.
Well, that sucks.
Well, it's not its turn. This is a legendary action.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the
Wow.
legendary action is you get swallowed. So you guys down at the bottom can hear the loud slavering noises, but you don't exactly have the angle to see what horrifying thing just happened.
Is it gonna throw Evie? What? I'm ready.
No, she's inside. Where are we on initiative? Because I lost. I think it's Orson's turn.
That was
would be my
Evie's
guess.
turn. Evie
Yeah.
just took 2 attacks against it.
I mean, Orson's just going to dodge. He doesn't really have the. He's big tin can man. He can't.
Okay.
I
Then
would
we've got
appreciate it a great deal if you guys killed it before its turn.
Edmont with Genie on deck.
Alright, so I guess I'm gonna have to take an action in order to cross this tightrope.
There
again.
are no light
Or
sources
fish.
left over there.
I have dark vision.
Yeah, but you can shadow step.
Yeah, it's still dim light, is what he's saying.
Oh, well, you know what? You're right. Thank you for
The only
that.
light source that might have been over there just got swallowed.
Bam.
The light in Evie's eyes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and beat the shit out of this thing because nah. I might sass Evie, but I still tolerate her. The 16 to hit,
16 does not hit.
extra attack. That's 10 to hit.
10
Key
does
point,
not hit.
flurry of blows. 10 to hit.
10 does not hit.
Second flurry. God, that sucks out loud. All right, that's a 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
The slurping is a little distracting.
It's really weak. You might not need to do that much.
4 points of, but you know what? No, fuck it. Hyper wrist. That's gonna be 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. That was with flurry of blows.
Yep.
Okay. Moving or staying put?
Same put. God, rolled like ass for that.
Okay.
Got Genie with Victor on deck.
Well, before Genie takes a turn, Edmont, I have a 24 to hit.
Yes.
You are grappled by the thing. And it is now out of legendary actions.
It probably doesn't have room to swallow both of us.
Is that it?
Yeah, that means they get yeeted.
Now we've got Genie up.
All right, I need a. I'm not sure how this would work because they don't have this in the spell description. Like, what do you do when you teleport a creature that has another creature and it's gullet? And the spell only targets one creature.
If you teleport this creature, Eevee will teleport inside of it.
Okay.
For all
And she
intents and
target
purposes,
me?
right now, Eevee is... No, because she can't see you or
I can't
target
see
you with any
you.
spell. You have full
I
cover.
can barely see the monster just because he's tall, right?
Yeah, he's about 7 feet tall and his limbs are flailing in all directions.
All right. I need a. I think it's a Constitution saving throw. Give me 1 second.
I'm good at this.
I'm literally about to drop some blips on you, Brick Road.
Oh, okay.
If you fail, you're looking for DC 17. If you pass this,
17?
then just yeah.
I got a 20.
Let me make sure it's. But I'm pretty sure it's. It is a Constitution saving throw. Yes. So yeah, 6 blips for an auto failure on his part,
All right, then his 20 does not matter.
and he's here now.
He's where? So you
There,
whoosh him
next to
down
Orson.
here?
Uh-huh.
I guess I'm also here.
And, I mean, having whooshed him down, I mean, for a moment, there's great disorientation. And there he is.
And Genie says, "Get it!" It's that scene in
Okay.
Ghostbusters. Get it!
Genie, moving or staying put?
Genie doesn't have anything else she can do. She is
Alright.
out of spell slots.
Got Victor with red token on deck.
The good news is the amount of damage you'd have to do to get it to throw Eevee up would also be more than enough damage to kill it.
Okay, so Victor stands up. That thing looks within 60 feet to me.
Probably not, because you got... Cause it's going to be about 40 feet down from your position. So Pythagorean theorem here. Your hypotenuse. Because that's what, a good 40 feet to the monster and then 40 feet below you?
20, 25, 30, 35, yeah, 40 and 20.
I think it comes out to like 47 feet.
Did you just get Pythagorean on me?
I did. It looks like it's 25 squares to the edge of the wall and then 40 squares up.
Yeah, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Yeah, 44. Yeah, 45 feet.
All right. Do it then.
Okay, steady aim.
Eve, you have an ally within 5 feet.
He's steady aiming for advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Does a 24 hit?
Sure does.
Give her back! And take 21 points of fire damage.
Okay. Yeah, this thing's looking in real bad shape. Victor can't move. And I don't have legendary actions. So who's up?
Red token
You.
with Ekon on deck.
Okay. First things first.
Sorry, Evie, I rolled a bunch of ones.
Evie, 14 points of acid damage
I don't like that.
as you are becoming digested. You're also restrained and blind and you can't breathe, etc.
Yeah, that sucks.
I think every monster that can engulf, swallow, or grapple us has done that to Evie.
Well,
I think her next level, she needs the title of the Consumed.
his plan was to throw all of you back to the cave and then swallow the last person up here. And Evie was just the last one. Yeah, we'll start with Orson.
Well, when he steps into the threat range, does a 25 hit.
It does.
All right. That's 8 points magical piercing damage.
Okay. I have a 15 to hit Orson.
That's not going to do it.
I have a 28 to hit Orson.
Let me check his AC. I'll get back to you in 3 business days.
Sure. So Orson is grappled by the creature,
Uh-huh.
and he stepped 5 feet. Evie is inside the creature, and he's dragging Orson along with him into the cave.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can I see him from here?
Yeah, he's standing on an accurate square, so he's about 15, 20 feet away from you there.
Okay. Yep. So Ekon repeats the same prayer. Alright, Scorching Rays hit a natural 1, 18, a 13, and a 15.
The 18 will hit.
Remember last session when we were rolling so well?
That'll deal 12 fire damage.
Okay.
Ain't that the fucking truth?
It's
We
on
had,
its
like,
last legs. I'm moving or staying put.
Can I push Orson 5 feet away from it telekinetically? Break the grapple?
And you pulled me out of its mouth.
I'll allow you to make the check.
I mean, it's not a check. Orson would make a save if he wanted to resist.
But you still have to move him, right?
Yeah, I'm pushing him. I'm pushing Orson, specifically.
But it's no different than if you were standing next to him and you wanted to push Orson out of the grapple, correct?
No, because it's a it's a feat feature that pushes a creature if they're either willing or fail a saving. Telekinetic shove.
But you're trying to break the grapple is the actual action, right?
Yeah,
Well, I'm doing forced movement, so he's no longer grappled because he's no longer adjacent.
but a push is an action that you take to push somebody.
It's a bonus action on my part, but yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll use a bonus action, but you're going to have to roll to try to break the grapple. It's still going to have to beat his strength.
So should I roll my wisdom, which is what the save DC is normally based on?
Yeah, that sounds fair.
Should I add my proficiency?
Sure.
Okay. That's only an 11.
You beat him.
Okay.
He only got an 8.
That's the end of Ekon's turn. We've
So
got
you
Evie.
push
Oh wait,
Orson
hold on.
out of the grapple.
I've got a hammer, 10, 20. That's never going to be relevant. I've got a bird, 120 dash.
All right, is that it for Ekon's turn?
Yeah. Now we've got Evie with Orson.
I'm going to use a legendary action. How far away did you push Orson?
5 feet.
5 feet? Okay, so he's still in the thing's range. I have a 16 to hit Orson.
That's a no, sir.
All right, so he's not grappled. Evie, you're having a rough day.
Okay, so I'm restrained. What does that mean?
That means you have disadvantage on attack rolls.
And I'm blind.
That's also.
But I can still make attacks.
Oh yeah,
Can
absolutely.
you steady aim to cancel disadvantage?
No. She has disadvantage from 2 different sources, and even if you grant yourself advantage, you still have the disadvantage. Technically, you could steady aim to give yourself advantage. So you'd be rolling 1 die, but you wouldn't be able to sneak attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
I'll do that. I guess I can't move.
better
Can't do
than
anything.
picking the worst.
Okay, I'll try that.
Okay.
Let's generate less bad in the world.
No, that's not going to hit. That's a 12.
12 does not hit.
Even
Alright,
from
so-
inside?
Yeah, what's this? What's the AC of its digestive system?
It's the creature's AC.
What's the opposite of cover? Like anti-cover. When like you're surrounded by something.
There
and
is
you
no
can't miss.
anti. What are you talking about? Anti-cover.
Okay, I guess I'm just. It's nice playing with you guys.
Oh boo, you're fine.
Now I've got Orson with Edmont on deck.
Before Orson finishes things, I have a 19 to hit Orson.
Let me see. I think that's Orson's AC. Let me double check. Orson's AC is indeed 19.
Doesn't he have plate on him?
No.
Then Orson is grappled, but I think it's not going to matter.
All right.
Get him, Orson.
Okay, so it's Orson's turn. Attack 1, attack 2, and the butt. So attack 1 is a natural 1.
Nope.
Attack 2 is an 18.
Yes, that'll hit.
That'll hit.
That is 7 points of bludgeoning damage. The butt is a 20.
Also hits. Could
For 8
Orson
points.
be the guy? 8?
Does 8 do it?
Not quite.
Oh, well.
Action
no.
search.
I don't
Like
think he
which?
has that.
Ah!
He has the butt, though, right?
Yeah, I used the butt. That was
That's
2
a hit.
attacks in the butt.
The 2 attacks combined at 8 damage?
No,
Only
just
one
the
of them
butt.
hit.
Oh,
no.
The first attack was 7.
Mhm.
So my attack action was a nat 1 and then a 18 to hit.
That hits.
The second attack did 7 points of damage,
And then the butt did
the
8.
butt was the butt did 8. Yes.
And that's right on the money. The thing dies.
Road. Just so you know, as players, we don't have plus 92 to hit
This thing had
out of the Tome of Beasts.
only plus 11 to hit. It's fine.
Then how did it roll a 37?
It didn't. 27. 16 plus 11 is 27.
You clearly said 37.
You said 37.
Yeah,
I might
you said
have, but
37
what's the
once.
difference between 27 and 37 from your perspective?
A lot, because a 27 would have missed Gus.
Apparently a 37 exists, but only for the DM.
So, as Orson fells the beast and then stoops down and manages to start pulling Evie, covered in slime and filth and lacerations from the thing's teeth, you realize the stench in here is overpowering. Smells like an open grave. And after you manage to pull Evie out, it dawns on you. The thing was eating bodies. Human bodies. But not just human bodies. Bodies that had been already dead. Just stank ancient corpses. Welcome to Fun Mountain.
Everybody okay?
Man, that encounter went places.
Edmont settles up to the wall, sits down.
All right. Evie, can I borrow the
He's
Can
just
I
gonna have
borrow
a
the-
sit.
can I borrow the infused dagger, please?
Evie walks out of here, and you see her just start ripping her clothes off, and then she just throws them in a pile and just burns them.
Evie, where'd you come
extras.
from? Victor looks up at the cliff and then down at Evie. How'd you get down here?
I'm going to borrow. Can I borrow this this dagger from you real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna start using it to cast Cure Wounds because I loaded a scroll into it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know when you're at full hit points, okay?
Okay.
Let me know when the boo boo goes away.
I don't know if this one's ever gonna go away.
All right.
This one's
That's
gonna linger.
8 points,
Okay, I'm at 25,
9 points,
34,
9 points,
43,
7 points.
50. That's good.
Can I get one of those?
I
Jeannie,
guess.
why did you not catch
13,
me?
13 points of. What do you mean? Why didn't I catch you? The cliff caught you. That's 13 points of healing.
You have what? 9 charges in there?
There's 9 charges in it.
Yeah.
That puts
And
me
that's
at 40.
5.
That's good enough.
Yeah, 5.
This
I
thing
didn't
was
take
called
no
a
damage.
GUG, by the way. That was the GUG.
The Gug.
The GUG.
I have a new hated monster now.
I feel like I burnt more spells on that than the entire last dungeon.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh yeah, the GUG is no joke.
Hold on, I'm getting my
You can
Tome of Beast down.
You can see why I was hesitant to throw it at you in the outer space adventure. I feel like you guys had enough to deal with. You didn't need a GUG to drift by.
I don't see Gug in my Tome of Beasts.
The pictures of it are amazing.
All right, what's
I
next?
just googled it.
Well, I have 4 more charges. Anybody else hurt?
You want to save the charges?
Yeah, we can say. Well, they get. When do they reset? Let me read my description here of my evil power.
Let's see.
All
here.
charges at the end of a long rest. Okay. Cool.
Okay, so at this point, I've been swallowed by a water elemental, hit by Circle of Death, mauled by zombies, mauled by a loop guru. Now I have literally been eaten.
Don't forget.
And hit by a train.
Don't forget. In the last adventure, you got swallowed by those, like amorphous things,
Mm-hmm.
amorphous zombies, multiple times.
Evie just looks at the wall.
Evie is not a Vor enthusiast.
So did Victor climb down the cliff?
Yeah, Victor walked down the cliff. No, he walked around.
He walked down the stairs. Okay.
Yeah.
Ekon's gonna hold a bit of cloth over his mouth and go over to these bodies and try and do some inspection and see what he can learn about them.
Victor will check for treasure, obviously.
I mean, checking
Evie
for a
digs
few
through her
minutes.
pack and puts.
There's nothing of value amidst the gore.
Mhm.
Ekon, you think these bodies... Actually, make me a medicine check, and you're trained in Arcana, right?
Yep.
Make this an advantage.
I just used 3 more charges on Orson. He's at full health now.
Okay.
So I got 1 charge left
This is
So
an
save-
Arcana.
for an emergency.
It's a history check,
Uh,
but if you're trained in Arcana, make it an advantage.
Oh, I thought I was making medicine. History.
I'm sorry,
is-
medicine. I got...
Okay, that's way. Okay, it's a question of 20 versus 11.
Yeah.
So 20.
So here's the thing. These bodies were dead for a long time before this GUG got its hands on them. And it's been gorging itself on their flesh. Here's the thing. You think these bodies are ancient. Because they're not just dead. Some of them are freshly dead and pustulating. But some look almost mummified. You think there has to be some sort of magic involved in keeping these bodies in this state. And the only thing that comes to mind is reanimation.
Or just lack of care.
So
Like,
Well, lack
you
of
just leave
care.
bodies laying around.
Lack of
eventually
care,
this
they
will
would have
happen, right?
completely rotted away, and that
Oh,
hasn't happened
okay.
here. So someone or something was reanimating these corpses for some use, and keeping them in a state where they could function. These
Did
were
we just kill
zombies
the-
that the GUG was eating, not just corpses.
So we just killed the guard dog, basically.
Is there anything else in the cave?
No, lots of body parts. The Gug itself, its body is laying there, bleeding out.
Do you think Jeannie wants any part of this for her spells?
Is anybody else hurt? What about Edmont?
Edmont, you just see a small spark of flame, and then he's just sitting there.
You okay, buddy?
Flicking his Zippo open and closed.
Is there anything down this path once we get done looking at the other way?
Coming down here, Victor, another, 20 feet down the path or so, it comes not exactly to a dead end, but it starts sloping downward more and more steeply until the path, by this point, just becomes too narrow to cross safely. However, right here, we've been using red for this. Right about here, oops, that's not a pen. It's also not a pen. There we go. You find the remnants of a rickety rope ladder connecting this top cliff to this path below. It's still intact? Question mark. Well, you could probably use it to climb up to the cliff, but you're not sure how much you would trust it.
I mean, we've got
So-
a rope halfway up. We can just dash up to the rope and then climb the rest of the way, right?
Well, I was going to say that the better thing to do would be to come this way, release the ropes on this side so we can get them back, and then use the ropes that we had at the bridge to reinforce the ladder to climb up.
If you did that, if you spent, if you had somebody working the top and the bottom, I would say 20 or 30 minutes of work with your rope, you could probably reinforce this ladder where it's safe enough to climb without a check, and you could be secure that it won't collapse under you.
Do we want to do that?
Don't see why not.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll have a sit then.
Give Edmund time to regain his composure.
Edmund passed 2
Yeah,
horror checks. He's as composed as he's going to get.
Edmont finishes his pipe, leans over the ledge, and says, "All right, I'm back."
You hear Jeannie yell, "That's bad for you."
Yeah, you guys spend a good 20 minutes or so tracing a rope down, then up again. And the ladder was questionable before, but now you're pretty sure you'll be able to trust it. So it's a good 70 foot climb. It's not comfortable on this rope ladder, and it feels very precarious as it sways back and forth, but it does not collapse.
All of my magical batteries are completely tapped. I need like a night's rest to like recharge everything.
Yeah, I'm not fully tapped, but I'm low.
Well, we're not camping in that cave.
No,
clearly
obviously.
not.
I mean, I can still summon a turret, but like that's it.
We want to try and make camp up here, like close to the edge.
I don't know if I want to set in for the night yet. I think if there's
No.
someone here who's trying to meet us, let's push forward at least a little bit further. Unless you're completely against it, Jeannie.
I'm fine. I mean, if we
Okay.
get into a scrape or something, I'll just summon a turret and stay back and shoot. But,
Yeah.
Like, there's no more utility from the utility caster part. I have become warlock.
Still got half an hour left on my knowledge of athletics as a skill.
This is pretty much
That's
the
half an hour.
widest part of the cliff that you've come to, and it continues to steeply climb. Again, with the drop to your right and the cliff wall to your left. And you come to another fork in the road ahead of you. Oh, look, there's a Patreon credit again. Thank you, Daniel's Maps.
Let's look out this way a little bit.
So I'll show you your 2 options before we call it for this session. But if you turn right, you'll be going down a steep staircase carved into the cliff. Similar to the one from before, but this one curves around to the side. Or going straight ahead of you is a rope bridge. And I'll let you stew on this decision for the week while I set up the straw poll. I don't actually have to do any calculations because you only fought 1 monster. The good news is he was worth a lot of experience. I am still going to go dark, though, so I can go refresh my drink. If you guys want to think about how to administer some blips, I'll be back in about 2 minutes.
It was most creative today.
I'm gonna go with either Edmont
I-
or Victor for the rope bridge.
Yeah, I think that was Edmont. Because he's like, oh yeah, out of combat use of a class feature. You know?
Really helpful.
Yeah. I have something for intangibles.
Getting
Oh,
eaten.
No, it's Victor getting yeeted across the thing and landing on the other ledge. That was hilarious.
And very low on the falling damage.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
Who furthered the party's goals the most today?
I'm gonna Genie. I used 8 spell slots in that encounter.
In the
Yeah.
space of about within the space of about 20 seconds.
I would propose that makes you the badass, actually.
Well,
I'm gonna
if
give
our goal is
badass
to stay
Edmund
alive,
for just jumping off a cliff to come to Genie's aid.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty good.
I kind of want to give badass to Evie for getting eaten and surviving.
I mean, that is a thing that happened.
I mean, I 100% agree, but I also need experience too.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. We can give 2 to Edmont.
I'm sorry. I don't know because I missed like all of the combat heavy sessions in the beginning of the game, and that just puts me on the back foot. Especially
okay.
since I take like a couple of like maybe 5 or 6 sessions to actually find the character's like voice and vibe that just leaves me behind the 8 ball.
Well, that and you missed like 2 really high experience. You're
Yeah.
you're not usually that far behind, but like you just missed 2 really. You missed like 1,500 experience one, and like another. You missed like 2 1,500 experience encounters.
Yeah. I mean, if you're okay with it, Solitayre, I'm totally fine.
I want you to be able to catch up.
Okay, thank
We
you.
need you to get another level.
Yeah, that gives Orson a level.
I mean, honestly, level 8 monk. That's the one I've been looking forward to for a while. I think that's where I get like. Oh, that's an ASI.
Yeah, 8 is ASI. And proficiency because you're multi-classed.
All right, who wants
Yeah.
1,400 experience points?
I do.
I do.
Everybody gets 1,400 experience points. That was a CR12 monster. You guys did a good job.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
I'm also going to apologize in advance because I got a couple more encounters around here, but I think this was the first time since we've been playing 5e in these Flumph campaigns that I'm literally just going to reuse an encounter that I've done before. I feel like enough time has passed, and I like my chances better this time than previously. So we have that to look forward to.
Oh no, I think I know what one you're gonna do.
Which encounter is it? You don't know.
That's all. That's like 5 some odd years, or like, God, it's been like 7 years now. Like 7 years worth of encounters.
All right.
Is
We're
it
gonna go to the
nodal,
We're gonna
nodal
do
killers? Is that gonna be what it is?
So
We're
everybody
gonna be in
takes 1,400 experience for the GUG.
Is it the GUG in the? Because I can't find it in
It's
the
just
Tome of
GUG,
Beast.
dude. G-U-G.
It's not in there. It like G goes from. It goes from. It literally goes from Grim Jester to Hag Blood.
I don't know what to tell you. I've got Grim Gesture and GUG on facing pages.
Interesting.
Are your page numbers out of whack?
Page
Possibly. This is a later printing of the book, so it's
241.
They took the GUG out because it was so stupid. That's what it is.
Maybe there were like intellectual property
Yeah, they
challenges.
took the GUG out because the Stranger Things people sued them.
Do they really?
That thing.
I mean, I could see that because when I first saw the picture of it, I was like, "Oh, look, it's a Demogorgon."
Did they use a GUG in Stranger Things?
Basically,
Oh, okay. Well, no, I have a GUG, and I loved this monster ever since I bought this book. But it's like, the challenge of this monster, it's a CR12 monster. It's real tough. But, like, it's a little too tough to throw at, like, low-level parties. But the flip side of that is it's basically just a brute. Like, it's just a beast character. Like, so it's a little too low concept to throw at high-level parties. So it needs just the right balance between, okay, the party's strong enough to fight this thing, and it's the right environment to have just a stupid animal that they're fighting against.
I debated on pulling the same trick I did on the Loot Guru, but I was like, man, this mofo's going to pull out like some asininely powerful ranged attack. I don't know.
I was waiting
This
for
is
you.
Have like a
Stupid
friggin'
Tome of Beasts.
wave beam cannon, like just face lasers.
When you described it, I was thinking of the Maw Demon.
Of the what?
There, I posted a picture of it. That's what I saw in my head until I saw this Gug.
Yeah, that's kind of close. That's
Yeah.
pretty Gug-like. This thing has eyes.
I've got a mini of one of those.
Yeah, I put
Yeah,
a link to a bunch
he's
of
even
pictures
eating
there.
a zombie, see? Like, I'll bet this is the same
Yeah.
monster, just with a different name. Maw Demon. Oh, you know what? I think there is a Maw Demon in one of the 5e books now.
I noticed it was ignoring Genie. I'm assuming because she doesn't have blood.
Right. It doesn't have any blood, has no reason to attack Genie. So it's just pushing her aside to get to Edmont. And I think you ate up 4 of its attacks when it was trying to shove you.
Yeah.
I think you ate a full round of its attacks plus 2 of its legendary actions.
Yep.
The legendary actions, like, fuck.
Could be worse. Could be a unicorn.
That's why it's so
Could
tough.
be
It's a CR12 monster because it has legendary actions. And its only ranged attack is to throw you. That's...
Like, I debated on, like, doing that, because, like, Levitate is low-key one of the best single-target, you know, like, crowd control spells in the game, because you can attack the monster, and it doesn't, they don't get, it's save or suck.
Levitate would have
But-
sucked for the Gug, right?
Well, I figured you were just gonna like vortex warp it as high as possible and let it fall into the canyon.
You can't do that. You have to vortex warp onto a surface that can support the creature.
You can't
Well,
just
that's no
throw it off
fun.
the cliff.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that with any spells that teleport.
I mean, I wasn't going to allow you to throw my Gug into a cliff anyway. It would have just grabbed the wall and climbed back up and continued eating you.
Yeah.
Who wants to make a case for some blips?
I will.
I heard Genie a microsecond first.
A microsecond.
Oh, it was a nanosecond.
Chaotic neutral, when in doubt, go with your gut. I did figure out, like, this thing's not attacking me, probably because I don't have blood. And it's, you know, because I pushed Edmont out of the way, and, like, yeah, it's not interested in me.
That's what the insight checks would have been for, to
Right.
notice for sure that it was not interested in Genie at all.
But I have basic pattern recognition, so, you know. And the only thing that's special about Genie is her lack of blood. So that's twice now. I'm keeping a running count of how many times not having blood is a positive thing. Practical solutions to impractical problems. Horrible Gug monster throwing you off a cliff. Featherfall.
Yeah, that attack deals like 2d12 bludgeoning damage in addition to the fall damage you suffer. And there's no roll for it. It's just if he's got you grappled, he can throw you. It just happens.
Don't worry about it. It was just a setback. When Genie's sister was eaten, she then walked over, said, "Here, let me borrow your dagger," and then just quietly healed her up to full hit points with the dagger. So don't worry about that.
You've used your dark power infusion to make that dagger, right?
Yes.
And you feel pretty confident that you can just go ahead and heal everybody back to full using that dark power dagger?
No.
As often as you want? Every long
I just-
rest?
Yeah. Until evidence suggests otherwise.
Sure.
I'm assuming it's going to fail us when we need it the most.
The fact that it didn't
And then-
fail us there was probably very telling.
And then the video. So, you know, it's the full Monty on the blips there.
Victor always tries to give me his blips first. I assume it's because he has to pee really bad. So he's got to give me the blips and then...
You say that, but I actually do have to pee really bad right now.
Well, go. Do you want to go ahead and give me your get some blips, or do you want to go pee while everybody else gets their blips?
I mean, I want to give you my blips.
Okay, let's do it.
So for alignment and justify the means, that would be drinking the unknown tincture offered by people who may not be friends. Just barging up there and drinking it.
Well, they're the Vistani, so they definitely were not friends.
Yeah. Well, Victor thinks everybody's his friend, though.
Victor is.
For ideal, seek the truth no matter the cost. That would be attacking the giant wall of teeth, trying to distract it, knowing that it was probably going to come for him.
I did rule that it couldn't swallow more than one person at a time, which is why it was trying to throw all of you away and then eat the last one.
And then flaws, values knowledge over people. That would be using the downtime to learn athletics, even though there was probably a better use of his time.
Well, you're very athletic now.
And it came in handy crossing that rope.
Oh, yeah. Good call. All right, go pee. Who's next?
I can go.
Ekon.
All right, I've got lawful good. The shining words of air lay down a path for suggesting that we more formalize our dealings with the Swelcher Lord's old realm, which I forget the name of.
You forgot his name?
No, I forget the name of the whatever that
Lands.
province or mini province or whatever it
I don't
is.
think it had a name. Maybe it was just.
It was just the
Okay,
Randus of
maybe it
Randus.
Yeah, then I don't have to feel bad about forgetting them. And then I've got my flaw. I'm sure there has to be something good over the next hill for reminding Evie that Genie still needs to, actually get married and stuff.
I mean, it's spring
And
now.
initiative.
I mean, Genie would probably say, "Yeah, sure, let's go get married." Genie is like the opposite. What's the opposite of romantic?
Aromantic. Edmont or Evie?
I'll go.
Edmont, what you got?
I got my alignment, lawful neutral, take everything you can, give nothing back for seeing his cousin in trouble and just jumping off the cliff.
I enjoyed that.
Pretty good.
Always good for monks to do their bullshit.
Yeah, I mean it's a space where I feel I can thrive.
You know.
By the way,
they
the Gug
say-
has a plus 11 Constitution saving throw.
God,
Like,
there's no way. Like you would have to roll. You literally would have to have rolled a nat one.
he had
fail
amazing
that.
strength and con and terrible saves in all other aspects.
Plus
Yeah, he's
11.
gotten lucky
needs
on Dex,
the lowest-
then.
He got lucky. He got real
11.
lucky on that Dex check. Yeah, Dex save.
Kind of dovetails into my flaw. The world is filled with predators and prey. I sure as hell am not the prey for leaning or trying to do everything he could to stun that creature, to stun the Gug, so he wouldn't.
It is
So
demonstrably true that Edmund is not the one that got eaten.
Yeah, but also, stop doing this thing that you're doing. This thing you're doing, please stop it. And also, he did survive. He did pass 2 horror checks involving this Gug.
Yeah, no, unflappable in the face of Gug.
And then my ideal life is my canvas. I will make my mark on it for using or for practicing his art and trying to derive what the meaning of it is. And like I said, the piece that I made was for the family, like the foyer, kind of an art piece. Like, look at this thing, see what we've turned our lands into from where we started.
I should have Edmund just paint. God, what was the guy's name from the last campaign who hung his portrait on your boat?
Oh,
Can't remember his name now.
Ponce.
The
That's all I.
the Ponce, yeah.
That's his name, right? The
I have my notes for the last campaign somewhere around here, but
And Evie didn't want any blips, right?
I'll take some if you're giving them away.
I'm
Okay,
not giving them away. You've got to earn them. Did you earn
Okay,
them?
okay. Well, let's see. Alignment, you mess with my family, you mess with me for trying to determine Tenny's future.
Mm-hmm.
I must become a leader that others can believe in for her meeting with the family to try to determine the direction of the town in the coming months.
So you're codifying like a book of laws and regulations.
Yeah, and trying to like look to the defense of the town when we're not around. Which I mean, it could be weeks before we're back in town at this point. We don't know.
That's not how many GUGs there are in these hills.
Yeah, I'm sure there's another one. It's gonna try. It's gonna. I guess Eevee's just delicious.
I mean, literally, we have another situation where we have go straight or go down the hill to the Gug hole, and we don't want to go to the Gug hole, so we go across, and then the Gug comes out for us anyway.
A flaw no one understands for when everyone got mad at her when they started talking about Jeannie's wedding.
Jeannie didn't get mad at you. She was literally picking on you.
She walked away in a sullen manner.
Yeah, no, Jeannie was picking on you. You know this if you paid attention to your sister.
And fourth for the new map, I guess.
Well, how do you know that you're Evie's sister? Evie's sister had blood.
That's actually Jeannie's current working theory on what the whole no blood thing is, that she's not actually Jeannie.
Oh yeah, she tried to have me verify that at some point, I think.
Like she's like Jeannie was replaced, and then like she's like some weird genie homunculus, and then like Jeannie's like Jeannie gets excited about that because that means there's two genies and they get twice as much work done.
She's a replicant.
Who had the most creative solution to a problem?
That was Edmont for using his class feature to affix a rope.
Okay. And who did the most to further the party's goals?
It was Jeannie for playing catcher.
So the goal was to prevent anybody from getting splattered against the ground.
Yes.
I had a whole thing handy, like if somebody had hit the ground and died, I'd been like, you just got gugged. Who was the badass this week?
It was Edmont again for diving off the cliff like he Scrooge McDuck. And then using his... It's always... They say the monk is the weakest class. It's always great when monks get to do monk bullshit.
Did he dive off in like slow-mo and like turn around and wink at the camera?
Yeah, he did like a flip.
And what about intangibles?
The cool,
was...
like slide down the sheer wall with like 2 feet in a hand, point to it.
That was Victor for getting yeeted across the map and landing on the other.
So the goal was he was just flinging you all down to his cave so he could drag you all into the cave later. But the rule is it's like 2d4 times 10 feet. So Victor got like max roll, so like 80 feet was clear across the map.
Victor just got yeeted across the map. That was, and I didn't have a reaction to save him.
Well, he didn't fall at all because I mean that's only 5 feet lower here than it was over here.
Yeah,
more or less. All right. We're level 9 now. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So blips are worth 533. Edmont, you earned 5, which you're rolling over. Ekon earned 3, which he's rolling over. Evie earned 5.
533?
Yes, 533. Evie earned 5, which you're rolling over.
Victor, I earned 5? How did I earn 5?
Alignment, ideal, flaw, map,
Take it.
straw poll.
Oh, I won the straw poll?
Jeannie, you earned 5. Are you just coming in next week with 5 blips?
Yes.
And Victor earned 4, which you're rolling over.
Yes.
All right.
I need 10,000 experience.
This is just map 1 of this mountain, by the way.
Yeah, and I'm completely tapped. I have nothing left except I can summon my turret 1 time.
Maybe don't open with the Gug. Like soften you up with some.
We tried, and then Jeannie friggin' fell.
You know, I could have prevented that.
But it spends 1 blip in order to get up to a level. So I'm going into the next session with
You're coming in with 5?
5.
All right.
With 5, yeah.
Oh,
You
you
know what
left?
that means?
Good.
You know what that means, Brick Road?
What is?
I have 19 experience over the cap.
So are you taking Monk as your next level?
Yes, sir.
And what is your reputation?
Cruel Taskmaster. Just took turning.
I love that
What do
song.
you want from him?
Okay.
That means Orson also has to get a level.
Yes, I will level Orson up tonight and get the new stat block over to you probably tonight or tomorrow. All right, so we come back next week. We will do the second half of this mountain and then see who awaits you at the end of your journey.
We're going to ask them if they knew about the GUG. They maybe lead with that in the creepy Raven message. Watch out for the